Hey everyone, it is Crazy Canuck here, bringing you another Witch Doctor guide for Season 5, Patch 2.4 in Diablo 3. This time we're going to be going over the Angry Chicken build, which is an excellent farming build for doing bounties either solo or in a group on T10. This build is a great substitute if you do not have all of the ancients that is used for the previous build that we went over, which is the Walking Dead, the Walkers build, the Plague build, whatever you want to call that build. This is a great substitute for this one. You can get the gear for this one extremely quickly to make it work okay in T10, and then you could get stronger and stronger as you find more and more gear, get into Ancients, get the better rolls, and everything. So let's go over the skills that we use for this build. The main skill that you're going to be using to get around the maps really quickly is Hex Angry Chicken. Paired up with the weapon and offhand for this build, this turns you into the chicken, and it makes you run 100% faster than you currently do. Another great perk for this is you can run through doors, you can run through any kind of obstacle on the ground that breaks, and you can run through almost most of the mob packs unless they have like a jailer. You can run through it all to get through the maps extremely quickly to get to your objectives, finish your objectives, and move on to the next one. That is the key thing for farming bounties, is to get them done quickly, and this build does help with that. Damage-wise, you only have two skills that do your damage for you, which is Gargantuan Humongoid and Summon Zombie Dogs, Burning Dogs. These two skills do all of your damage. Your pets do everything for you. They do the cleaves, they area damage, and they kill everything for you while you are running from group to group to group. You use Wall of Death communing with spirits to buff up their damage. Using the Hell 2 set, you get an extra 900% damage to the zombie dogs and to the gargantuans. With this spell, you drop a wall down, and you get 15 seconds of that extra damage boost. Prananado is used to group up all of the mobs on the map, groups them up, and the Gargantuan and the Summon Zombie Dogs with Burning Dogs both do area damage, so they kill everything in that little Prananado extremely quickly. Especially if you are clicking on a pylon, if stuff pops out, if you are wearing the Nemesis bracers, they will one-shot half of those groups with the better gear. The higher you are in Paragon levels, the better gear you have, you kill everything really quickly. And our last skill that we do use is Spirit Walk Jaunt, and we go with Jaunt because we don't need the extra movement speed. So Jaunt keeps you in that Spirit Walk form longer, so you don't take the damage. That is the key for this one. It's the only defensive thing that we have, other than trying to get your pets in front of you. Well, Prananado does help a little bit defensively, but if things are hitting you, your Prananado's off, you hit Jaunt, you can position yourself away from the monsters between them and your pets to get them killed to save your life, which could die pretty quickly. Grave Injustice is our first passive, followed up with Fierce Loyalty, Midnight Feast, and Swampland Attunement. The fifth passive that we are using in this build on our Helltooth Amulet is Pierce the Veil for the extra damage. For the rest of the gear-wise that we use, the main set we use is the Helltooth set. You want to have 5 pieces of the Helltooth set with a Ring of Royal Grandeur in your cube to get that 6-piece set bonus, which when you drop a Wall of Death, you get the 900% increased damage for 15 seconds on your zombie dogs and your gargantuan, which helps you kill everything extremely quickly. For the set pieces, you really want to try and roll crit hit damage, crit hit chance on your gloves. You want to get intellect and vitality on every piece, and you want to get the extra guard damage on your shoulders and chest. You don't really need the movement speed on your boots, so you can go a lot more defensive. You can go all resist and armor with intellect and vitality. So we're using the shoulders, the gloves, the chest, the legs, and the boots to get our 5-piece of Helltooth, and you want to get the Ring of Royal Grandeur in your cube so you get the 6-piece set. Other items that we use to get this build to work, which is a must, is the Manajuam's set, Manajuam's Way, which is the Carving Knife and the Gory Fetch. These two items, when you use your Hex, convert you into the Angry Chicken, so you get that 15 seconds of 100% movement speed to run through the map. You need to have these. You really want to try and roll the weapon for damage, intellect, vitality, and a socket. That way, you're doing the damage you need. You really want the vitality too, because this build, if you are not geared and you don't have a higher paragon level, you can be really squishy. So having the vitality on the weapon is a big help. And then the offhand is obviously Manajwam's Gory Fetch for the 2-piece bonus, where you want to try and roll in. As you can see, this one actually rolled pretty decent. Is Intellect, Vitality, Damage, Crit Hit Chance, and the Guard damage. Shoulder or bracers, sorry. I use the Nemesis bracers. If I'm running around solo, I like to click on the pylons. They give you that little buff, and when you click on the pylons, you get the elite packs, which you can kill down extremely quickly with your pets. So you get the bonus, and you get a couple extra death breath. If you're farming in a group, in a public group, I usually skip the pylons. I just try and get the bounties done extremely quick, get them done. That way you can get in and out of the groups, and hopefully no one screws up and turns in the wrong thing at the wrong time. The Witching Hour gives you, you want to roll Intellect, Vitality, then you want to have your attack speed and crit hit damage increase as high as you can. Mine rolled really bad. It's ancient. It's a pretty good piece. The non-ancient one that I do have, which has higher crit hit damage, has like almost 300 intellect less. So I'm using this one. Rings, I have the Tall Man's Finger and I have the Short Man's Finger. Tall Man's Finger gives you, instead of having the 3 zombie dogs, it turns your zombie dog into 1 giant dog, which does increased damage. And the Short Man's Finger is exactly the same, but opposite. Instead of having the 1 giant gargantuan, it splits it into 3 gargantuans that do more damage. On those rings, you want to roll Intellect, Crit Hit Chance, and Crit Hit damage, so your pets do that much more damage. Legendary Gems, we're using Enforcer. Bane of the Trapped are the main ones. For some reason, I have Bane of the Stricken in this one. You really want to use Bane of the Powerful if you are killing elite groups. I use Stricken. It works well. I think I was doing some greater rift farming with this build for fun with some people just to run around and have some fun with it. But that's the build. It works extremely well getting you through the maps. In your cube, you also want to use the Furnace, which gives you the 50% extra damage against elites. Tasker and Theos, so your pets have 50% quicker attack speed. And, of course, the Ring of Royal Grandeur, so your Helltooth set bonus kicks in. As for followers, I use the Scoundrel for the crit hit damage. You can also use the Enchantress. You don't really need the Templar for his heals with this build because you're going to be running around through the whole thing. You won't really take a lot of damage if you play it right. And you're just like, you can go into, autopilot and run through stuff really quickly and still not die. And if you do die, you get up really quickly. Once you get your pets up, you're running through this. Thank you very much for watching this guide. I hope it really helped you out. Please hit the like button if you did find out that this does help you. You can subscribe to see more videos that I do come up with. And as always, you can catch me on Twitch TV, streaming live games at twitch.tv/crazycanuck. Thank you very much for watching this video, guys. Have a great day.